Hi, YouTubers.
Hey, guys.
So, today we are going to talk about something that we see asked all over social media through DMs, comments, emails, all that fun stuff. And it's, hey Sarah, hey Josh, I'm new to fitness. What's your best advice? Well, best advice to do what? So if you're not specifically asking us, we're just going to assume that you're asking how to get your ideal best self, which is fine. So the first piece of advice that I have is, one, you need to know what your actual goal is. Because if you don't know what your goal is, you don't know what you're working for. And Josh always likes to use the analogy of a GPS. If you don't know where you are and you don't know where you're going, you're just going to be running around in circles trying to get where you don't know where you're going. So it's very confusing.
And having very specific goals is important, because if your goal is just to lose weight, okay, you lost a half a pound, there you go. And you're like, well, that wasn't enough. And then you're like, well, I just wanted to lose weight and you lost a half a pound. Did you accomplish your goal? And so this happens a lot. You'll see this all the time, as not detailed enough goals. So knock those out. I want to lose 15 pounds in 2 days, and that's not really realistic. So you have to have realistic, detailed goals. So maybe 15 pounds by the end of the month. That's pretty realistic. 15 pounds, in 2 months. That's also something realistic. Whatever it is, you need to be able to believe you can do it.
Yeah, a goal needs to be measurable. It needs to have a time stamp on it. It needs to be realistic, and it needs to be something that you can measure. Like Josh said, losing weight, okay, or gaining muscle. That isn't a measurable goal. So you'll never know if you've gotten there or not.
You wake up 3 years from now, oh my gosh, I gained 30 pounds of muscle. I made my goal. Well, you're never going to get there if your goal is just to gain muscle and you have no specific goals of any kind, because you'll give up along the way because you won't realize you've made that much progress.
So that's tip number one, a goal. A goal that is measurable, a goal that is realistic, a goal that has a timestamp on it, not just some ambiguous thought that you have. I think my next piece of advice is, you can obviously do all the research that you want on your goal or on fitness or whatever you want to do. However, that might take years. And a lot of people don't want to do trial and error for years on their bodies and then end up hating fitness because they don't get to their goal when they were really doing the wrong thing the entire time. But you can absolutely, let's just use a car for example. If your car needs an oil change, you can do it yourself. You might know how to do it. Your parents might have taught you. You might have no clue how to do it. But you can still do it yourself, because there's YouTube videos, there's all kinds of things online if you teach yourself. You might mess up a few times and you might do more damage, and it might cost you more if you mess up than it would have just cost you to just go get an oil change. So you run that risk. You run the risk of actually not doing it right, and then it costs you more in the long run. So your body is no different. If you are at age 30 and you have gotten to this, whatever point that you are at, that means you've probably made 30 years of mistakes in terms of fitness and health and gym and training and all that. So, that doesn't mean that you need to hire us by any means. It doesn't mean you need to hire anyone. You can absolutely teach yourself, but it might take years.
Well, it's just like anything in the world. The best athletes across the whole world still have coaches. Tiger Woods still has a coach. Jordan Spieth still has a coach. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all of the best athletes across the world all had coaches. So there's nothing degrading about hiring a coach. And honestly, whether it's us or somebody else, it doesn't matter. But if you're new to fitness, that's going to be a big piece of advice, is get a coach. There's a lot of affordable things out there. If you want a lot of one-on-one training, it's going to be expensive. We don't really do one-on-one training a whole lot anymore. We do all membership stuff. We tried to make it as affordable as possible, which is why we designed a membership website so someone that has almost no budget at all can afford $10 a month. And there's a lot of other people like us that have the same kind of thing. You're welcome to go and see who you like, who you relate best to. But if you're new, hire somebody like that. Join a membership, join a gym, find a trainer you like or use us, it doesn't matter, but you'll definitely need somebody, because like Sarah said about changing the oil in your car, you will take years off the learning curve by hiring somebody else and having them show you the ropes. Because again, like, you will make the mistakes, we've made the mistakes. You know, don't make any unnecessary ones that we've already made for you.
And like Josh mentioned, our website is below in the caption. You can click on it. We have a free trial on there on bowmarfitness.com. We don't believe in taking your money if the program's not even going to work for you. So we have a free trial. You get 3 free full workouts. There's instructional, detailed videos for every single exercise. Josh and I went and performed hundreds of exercises. He did a voiceover for every single video that talks how to do proper form, make sure you don't hurt yourself, get the most out of every single video. There's shredded school on there. You can get a meal plan on there. It's a very encompassing website, but still very affordable. Our most expensive monthly program is $30 a month, so you get 12 workouts a month for less than a third of what a trainer would probably cost you for one session. So it's very affordable, especially if you're new. Try it out.
Another tip that I would give you guys if you're brand new, wanting to get started into fitness, is make sure you get a gym membership. Don't try to do it in your house or go buy a couple dumbbells because you're afraid of the gym. Honestly, us, including everybody else in that gym, can care less what you're doing. You know, because I'm telling you, that's a big intimidating factor for a lot of new people, is they're afraid everyone's going to judge them. We're there working on our own selves. We're not sitting there judging people. Obviously, don't be afraid to get a gym membership. Outside of that, how many times a week should you go to the gym? That's another great question. And the answer is honestly whatever you can fit into your schedule, because you want this whole fitness lifestyle to be seamless in your life. So because if you're out there and you can't go to the gym more than once a week because you have 17 kids and you work 80 hours a week and you can go one day, you know what? Then you should just go one day. Can you do more than one day? Maybe, I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But you need to be able to do whatever you're comfortable with doing. So for example, if you can do 3 times a week, do 3 times a week. Sarah and I, we like to go 5 to 6 times a week. You know, we fit that into our schedule. We make it an important part of our life because we enjoy it so much. But you're going to have to do whatever you can with what you have.
And I know diet is obviously a big part of fitness and losing weight and gaining muscle and hitting your goals. You guys do not need to follow some crazy diet. I know there's a ton of information online. I know you see a ton of different things on social media, magazines, you hear it in the news, all this. You do not have to crash diet. You don't have to fad diet. You don't have to do any of that. Obviously, it depends on your goals. We're not going to say that this is the way that you have to do it for every single goal out there. However, say your goal is to lose weight, you need to be tracking your food. You need to be eating less than you burn each day, and you need to know exactly what goes in your mouth. A lot of people out there, I'm just going to eat clean when I start this fitness thing, and eating clean isn't a real diet. It's not a real diet because...
your body doesn't know what's clean food or bad food. It knows what is calories, and it knows if you're burning more or burning less than your daily total calorie burn.
Yeah. So there's basically 3 different goals in fitness that you can have. Cut, maintain, or bulk. Okay, so if you want to cut, you need to eat less than you burn. If you want to maintain, you need to eat what you burn. And if you want to bulk, you need to eat more than you burn. Numbers obviously will vary per person. You don't want to skew too far away from, if you're burning 2,000, you don't want to be eating 200. There is a fine line there. And if you need help with a meal plan, please reach out to us, reach out to a coach, find someone who's certified in nutrition. But you guys really do need to be logging your food. Eating clean is not a diet. You can still gain weight if you eat too much broccoli. I know, it's crazy. That's another big thing, is diet is huge as far as hitting your goals, starting out in fitness. You can go to the gym and kill it, but if your diet's not on point, I don't care who you are, you will not get to your goals in the best way that you can.
Yeah, so
at all.
The biggest thing you're going to have to do is figure out your total daily energy expenditure, which again, There's different equations online. There's a lot of different ones, and some of them don't work, some of them do. That's why hiring somebody to do this stuff for you will understand what will fit best in your lifestyle. But yeah, you need to figure out what you're burning on a regular basis, and once you figure that out, you know, a good number that we like to follow is about 25% less than what you're burning on a regular basis for losing weight. Obviously, once you figure out what you're burning, if you want to maintain, you eat exactly that number in calories. And if you want to gain muscle, but not gain a ton of fat, we like, if you're burning XYZ calories, then we like to eat 25% more calories than what you burn in order to gain muscle. There's a really good ballpark for you to figure out what your numbers are, because everybody's different. If you cookie cutter diet programs out there, everything else will not work. I mean, it doesn't work, because everyone's BMR is totally different, and which that's just your basal metabolic rate. Again, I don't want to get too far into this. Again, that's just what you burn on a regular basis. So Sarah and I's diet programs we're so proud of this, because every single one of them is 100% accurate, 100% different. I don't care if you're 5 foot and you weigh 400 pounds, or you're 7 foot and you weigh 200 pounds. This diet will be 100% different for each person, and it's a lot of fun, because we spent quite a bit of time designing this. It was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun.
So last piece of advice that I would give a new person is you need to be ready to push yourself. You know, a lot of people are afraid of pain, and this kind of pain, everyone's like, oh my gosh, I don't know, I have a low pain tolerance or whatever. This kind of pain's different. You are capable of pushing through this kind of stuff, and you're gonna have to. Your body will never change unless it has to. You think of your body. Would it change and adapt to be bigger and stronger and faster if it wasn't in an environment that forced it to in order to survive? The answer is no, because it likes to stay exactly where it is. So anytime that you're going to ever push yourself past that, it's going to be uncomfortable. So you just be ready to live in that world of being uncomfortable. That process really is addicting, and you will love going to the gym, because nothing is more addicting than results.
We hope that this little segment was helpful. It's, like we said, it's a question that we get quite often, and we wanted to create a video that explains our best advice for someone who is new to fitness, new to weight loss, new to gaining muscle. We hope it helped. Please let us know in the comments. If you have any more questions, definitely let us know via any social media platform that we have. See ya. I'm using it now.
What?
He video bombed me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and now you're in. You're in for life now. Oh, we have fun. So my first shoulder superset was alternating front raises, seated, and then I did 10 half Arnolds. There's Joshua. I did 5 rounds of that, and now I'm going to be doing another superset. I'll do another 5 rounds, keeping it simple for you guys. Everything's 5 rounds today. I will be doing 10 full Arnolds, and then I'm going to do 10 curl presses, 10 lateral raises behind the back, and 10 front raises with the plate. So again, 5 rounds of all that. It's going to be giant because there's 4 exercises. Josh is doing abs today. So, where are you going to want me? Front on?
Yeah, definitely front on. Okay. I feel like that'll be... No, actually, I'm only going to be able to do about 5 reps of this, so maybe start front on and get 2 reps, and then use that 3rd rep to hand to the right, get the last 2 reps, the way they can see actually how high I bring my legs up.
Do you want it on Instagram or just regular, since there's no break?
Instagram. No, just do like
regular
video, and then I'll post it.